Hello everyone, it's Bebop07 here, and welcome to Noiramore Academy. This is basically a puzzle game based on a random planet Noivesse or something like that. Again, I tend to forget the details very easily. All I know is that you are at this academy, something suspicious happens, either one of the teachers is kidnapped or possibly murdered. And you, as a little Psyquin student, I believe, like, Judy? I think your name is Judy? You have to figure it out. We've got the demo to check out. They currently have a Kickstarter going on. I'm hoping I can get this out before it ends, as in, like, ASAP, because they're super close to being funded, but they're not quite there yet. And I'm really hoping they do get funded, because this game looks really cool. I kind of want to know more about the world, because I do remember reading some of the lore stuff. I have to reread it. Because of course whenever I go to record the video it all slips out of my brain. I should just get in the habit of rereading all that stuff right before I start recording. But yeah, it's basically like a noir mystery puzzle game set in a really cool world. You need to switch up from the usual type of cozy, and I like these kinds of games as well, even if I'm not always very good at the puzzles, which, have patience with me. I'll do my best. I don't know how far we'll get through the demo. I don't know how long it is. I'll at least do a little bit of a dive into it, and we'll see, you know? Again, when it comes to puzzle games and stuff like this, I personally have no qualms where if I have given it a solid shot of trying to complete the puzzle on my own, I have no issues with going and looking at a guide, because half the time I'm here for the stories and not the puzzles, which, again, I do try to give it a really good shot on my own, but I'm just putting that out there. If I look at a guide, I usually will mention it in the video so you know what I've done without the help or why I got confused and so on. But we'll go ahead. Oh, there we go! Oh, the art style is just so cool. Just look at that. Just look at it. I also have to appreciate that the main character, her like extra colors are red. And I am so biased towards that. Red is my favorite color, which, if you are not new to this channel, you're sitting here like, well, of course you really like that aspect of her design, because no duh. If you are new to the channel, hi, my name is Bebop07. I love red. It is my favorite color. You will hear me say that a lot in future videos. Can I start the... Okay, sometimes I have to click to bring my mouse back. We're gonna go new game, woo! Hopefully this loads okay. We'll try.
Noiramore Academy, one of Drakenspire's most prestigious schools with over 500 years of storied history. The current headmaster, Julius Claiborne, is a former general who runs our school with military precision and discipline. Our wonderful planet of Noivesse is home to a great many talents in resonetic abilities, and Noiramore's teachers are uniquely qualified in instructing such essential subjects. But while we specialise in resonetic talents, our other subjects are not taught any less thoroughly, and every student is encouraged to explore their unique talents in our extracurricular programs. Noiramore Academy guides our students to commit to their studies, keep sound minds, maintain their manners, and most importantly, behave in a manner befitting the reputation of our beloved institution.
Yep.
Extortion, Miss Hovern. Is that really what you're up to now?
I wouldn't call it extortion, sir. I simply told the cafeteria cook that I would keep the existence of his pet vermin on the down low if he provided me with an extra brownie or two at lunchtime. It was mutual exchange that neither of us had issues with.
Yes, Judith, that's extortion. Of course he had issues with it. Thank goodness I caught you in the act.
Well, why am I the one sitting here in this office when it's the cook who is keeping vermin pets?
I've already talked with Mr. Seabrook, Judith. It's dealt with. And more importantly, none of your business. What concerns me is you. Sneaking around at night, lying to teachers, extorting staff. This is a decidedly concerning trend. Don't you want to be a good example for your sister?
Indeed. It must be hard enough for her to be younger than her classmates.
Oh?
For the next month, you are not permitted to attend film club. Do you understand, Miss Hovern?
But sir, I won't be able to see any movies outside of that club.
Hence why it's a punishment. Miss Nunatak will check that you aren't seen there.
I'll make sure of it.
Judith, head back to class, please.
So stubborn. She's so stubborn.
Good old Seabrook didn't rat me out, it seems. Brownies weren't the only things I asked him for. Apparently, one of his old classmates from back in the day was really into puzzles. He set up some kind of secret puzzle in the history classroom years ago, and Seabrook never figured it out. Let's see if I can.
Probably not. I mean, is this a tutorial puzzle?
During the Onyx War, various battles were fought in the Inked Wastes. Some were relegated to land, others underground in the caverns, and many on the Inked Sea. Our fiefdom, Drakkenspire, went head-to-head against the fiefdom of Northberg in a horrid conflict spanning 4 years. It irrevocably changed our fiefdom forever. Miss Cabrera, no drawing in class. Can anyone here tell me why the Onyx War was instigated?
Her poor head.
Miss Landerhoof?
Yes, ma'am. The Onyx War was started due to Northberg spies sabotaging our resonatic ring production process. Northberg took advantage of this to sell their own rings in order to gain the kingdom's favor.
A good summation, Miss Landerhoof. Can anyone else tell me why it was the Inked Wastes that were chosen as the fateful battleground?
The Inked Wastes is between the two fiefdoms. Plus, it was where we mined our ore for the rings.
Excellent, Mr. Strumps. Now,
He has cool horns.
what is it about the Inked Wastes that make it a particularly terrible place to fight a war? Miss Acre?
Oh, yes, Miss Grimsby. Well, the Inked Waste is a nasty, nasty place, full of hard creatures that will gobble you up and suck out all of your blood. Oh, and of course you can't forget to mention the Surge, which will suck you down into his deep depths and fill your lungs with tar.
Oh, no.
His tendrils digging deep into your brain until...
That's quite enough, Miss Acre. Oh, quite enough. Our unit this semester will be all about the Onyx War. Since it is the most recent major conflict in Drakkenspire's history, we will be studying it in depth. And speaking of which, you may have heard tell that a new science teacher will be joining us this year to replace Mr. Mason. His name is Mr. Bagshaw, and he actually worked in the Research and Development Division of the Drakkenspire Army. I'm sure he will have plenty to share with you that can enhance your education. Anyway, I am now giving you the rest of the period to work on the papers I assigned to you yesterday about the instigation of the war. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. Dismissed.
She looks like she's in so much
The
pain.
note Seabrook gave me says history classroom. Page number equals number of cave hounds times number of windows plus number of desks.
Number of cave hounds times number of windows plus number of students' desks. Okay. I can zoom in. Oh, cool. Thank you. Because, like, you know, that was like, look how tiny. Well, it was closer to like here, I think. Yeah, let me zoom in. Goodness. Okay. Of what book? I'm assuming a textbook, but there are a lot of textbook types in here. Let's see. Cave hounds. Would it be the cave hounds, or would it be the one in like the painting? Well, it did it say, hang on. Can I move? Oh, I have to click? Do I have to click?
Guess I'll give
Oh,
textbook
space.
textbook.
Okay, we're in the tutorial. Use WASD to walk, the mouse to move your camera, and left click to interact, and right click to think about people or objects you're looking at. Okay. Can I? Okay. What's the next page? What's 2? WASD to, okay. WASD to walk. Left click to interact, right click to think about the people or things you're looking at. What about these? What about the little guys flying around? They look so cute. Inspect. Inspect?
A model
Okay.
of one of the submarines used in the war. They were gradually phased out after the monsters in the Inked Sea were mutated by psi bombs and destroyed subs on sight.
Ooh. Maybe they wanted revenge. I see. So we have to wait for the...
A knight's
Okay.
helm. Some helmets try to offer protection for the horn, but that ends up blocking waves needed for combat. Besides, most healthy horns have natural current barriers that work almost as well as armor anyway.
Interesting. Wait, was there something else, or was it... Okay, it was just this. Reacting. We have another thing we can inspect.
These were all recently published. Seabrook's friend went to school before the war, so I doubt any of these would work. I should ask the book sprites for help.
I'm assuming the book sprites are these cutie patooties? Can I talk to you?
Before I ask them, I should figure out what page number I'm looking for.
Wait, what? What? Hang on. Let me can I escape? Can I?
That doesn't sound right.
Okay. Talk with the book sprite, solve the note. What page number I'm looking for? Wait a minute. Let's look at our inventory again. I'd like to look at the clue. Inspect. Okay. Number of cave hounds. Oh, okay. I must have misread. So yeah, I was right. I'm assuming the cave hounds is in the painting, but we're going to look all around the room. And we're going to have to count the windows. I have a whiteboard next to me so I can keep track, because otherwise it will not work. Sorry if you hear sounds. I'm moving stuff on my very cluttered desk. It was worse, believe it or not, before I did a little tidy recently. Not as if you guys saw the worst state and or the current state, but you know. Point is, I cleaned it a little. Now where's my... Oh, found it. Okay. So we'll want to count the... Let's count the windows. Let's count the windows. I don't know. Do those up there count as... I don't think those count as windows. So that's like a painting. Yeah. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13? Is it 13? And we'll talk to everybody in a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So, windows. 13. Coolio. And then cave hounds. So this looks like a cave hound. We have 1. Yeah, we definitely gotta look around. We'll talk to everybody in a second. And then maybe before we like submit our page guests, we'll talk to everyone and all that stuff. Ooh, let's inspect.
A statue of a cave hound. They don't have eyes, since they live in deep caves, and hunt using echolocation. Additionally, they are very good boys.
They are very good boys. Look at you and your cutesy wootsy little weird teeth. Look at that. It's almost like the teeth themselves are carved from stone. Like they are made from stone, these guys. So we have 1 cave hound. I don't think that's a cave hound. Yeah, that's not a cave hound. The statues probably are always been here. We're not going to talk to these guys yet. So I'm assuming we have 1, 2, 3, I'm gonna assume 4 cave hounds that I can see at the moment, because I am not noticing any others. So cave hounds. 4. Boop, 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 boop. And next we have to count the number of student desks. Alrighty. Look at this. Yeah, I don't see anything. We're gonna talk to everybody though. We're gonna be like, hey guys, we can't talk to these guys because they're all being studious. I'm assuming that this girl over here, I'm assuming this is our younger sister because she has a very similar attitude to us. Her hair is a little similar, but she, like, look, the whole time she looked like she was just about as done with whatever the teacher was saying as we were. And perhaps I'm wrong, but her horn looks maybe just a little bit smaller than ours and smaller than a lot of the other students. So I think that's our little sister. What was I supposed to do? Oh yeah, we're counting the student desks. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So is it in rows of 6? Let's see, that's 6, 12. Oh my gosh, my brain's supposed to say 18, 24, and then 30. So it's 30? Oh, why did I do that when I could have just like counted the rows? We know it's 6 in a row, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 times 6 is 30. That could have been a really easy answer. And then we might want to look around and see if there's any extra desks. For now, student desks. I did not expect to be doing math, by the way. So, interesting. Equal 30. Cool. So now that we have like that, I'm gonna inspect everything and get the lore on this game because I feel like it. Also, if at some point I like really like either cut my sentence off or really quickly go and mute my mic or whatever the hex, it's because I have a load going in the dryer and our dryer makes a really loud noise. It's like, and I tried to look up and see if I could turn it out. We just happen to have the one model that has no volume adjustment. And I just want to say, just as a quick rant, why would you put a sound notification on a dryer? I hear people talk about it being on their dryers all the time. Why would you put it on a dryer and have it be like that instead of on the washing machine? Because that makes so much more sense. If my clothes sit in a dryer after the load is run, they're not going to get musty or moldy or whatever the heck. Want to know why? Because they're dry. Right? Because they're dry. But in the washing machine, if I forget it, because of course sometimes I do, you know, life is busy, they're gonna get all stinky and musty. It's like, come on, why can't you do that for the washing machine? Now, I'm sure there are some out there that do. I'm just saying, like, for ours and for what I've heard from, like, some other people who deal with some of their dryers and stuff like that, theirs doesn't. And it boggles my mind. It boggles my mind. Anyway, rant over. Let's inspect.
A sword, used by one of Corvethe's knights. I don't know why it isn't behind glass. Grimsby has more faith in her students than I do, I guess. Hunting arrows. Before more modern killing innovations, most people use their powers to shoot these things through the air. Bigger ones for hunting, smaller ones for more ethically dubious purposes.
Ooh, like little poison darts. That's crazy. I want the sword.
Fashion about 500 years out of date. Who thought those pants were a good idea?
They're so weird. Like, okay, I could maybe forgive it if the leggings, right? If the underlayer pants was a little bit more, what's the word? Legging-esque? But they're not. They're like also poofy. And it's like, sometimes wearing shorts and you wear like, I don't know, maybe tights or stockings underneath. Yeah, no, I think that perspective works. But like when it comes to outfit layering and stuff, sometimes that works because it's a little bit of extra security. Because sometimes, you know, shorts are shorts and they will ride up and you're like, I don't want to be showing nothing. But they work. They look fine and cute. This, I mean, admittedly, I'm not sure if that would really work with the shape of the shorts. But maybe if you squared them out a bit and they weren't round up. You know what, Judith is right. I'm trying to defend it and like figure out a scenario. It's just, Judith is right.
An old plate depicting Queen Clarentia. I don't know why any royal would want food smeared all over an image of their face, though. Oh, come on, Judith. They're obviously decorative. Think.
I don't know, maybe... Yeah, I don't know. I kind of agree with her. But, like, different people have different ways of expressing, I don't know, ego or wanting different types of adoration or whatever the hex. Whoa! What? Can you just imagine what they're thinking? Like, to me just jumping like that? I'm sorry.
A diorama of a typical crystal farm from 500 years ago. It's considered good, honest work. But if being honest means no money and a lack of indoor plumbing, I think I'll keep my tongue white with at least a few lies.
So judgy. So judgy. I want to inspect.
Gina Wendigan, resident drama kid. She was cast as a fluff bat in an upcoming school play and has been method acting for a month now. Her obsession got even worse when she read through the Warrior Bats books. She thinks they're actually accurate to fluff bat behaviour, and now she's declared I'm part of her bat clan. Her antics can be weird, but she's a good friend. I've known her for a long time.
Oh, the reference to warrior cats. Please tell me that's a reference to warrior cats. Oh gosh. Those books were interesting. I tell you what. Like, I read a decent chunk of them, and I did enjoy them, but goodness gracious, some of the later ones kind of go off the rails, and they are not accurate to cat behavior whatsoever. That's funny. I would not have expected any sort of reference like that. That threw me off. I guess I could talk to you. Sure, what's up?
Nightclaw Judith, I need your help.
Oh my gosh.
With what?
Well, my wings are that of a warrior. They are strong and my claws are sharp. All good traits of a warrior bat. However, well, sometimes I can wield them a little clumsily. And, I ripped a small hole when I was swooping past this dress.
Oh, Gina, this dress is 500 years old.
I know. If Grinsby sees, I might get kicked out of the school. But I've built my roost here. I can't get kicked out. As a fellow member of the Nightclaw clan, I am formally asking for your assistance, Judith.
It looks like the dress uses a particular stitch here. I don't know how to copy it well enough to pass Grimsby's inspection.
Squeak, squeak, squeak! Oh, I'm sorry. That was a curse word in battle language. I need to watch my tongue.
I'll try to find someone who could help. This sounds like something Becky would know.
Thanks, Nightclaw Judith. You are a valuable member of the clan.
Let's see. Oh, we have a lot of questions. Let's see. Added anything? Finish reading the Warrior Bats book. Oh, that's so great. Added anything cool to your roost lately?
Added anything neat to your roost lately?
Oh, yes. I just added a hammock to sleep from. It's not traditional to my people, since they hang from the ceiling with their feet, but it is very comfortable, and it's hanging off the ground to keep me safe from predators.
Oh, that's right. She needed a hammock because she almost broke her horn when she tried to sleep while hanging from the rafters.
A question for you, Nightclaw Judith. I saw you've added a poster of a Psyquine man to your roost. Is this because you find him, what's the word in your language? Cute?
Gina, come on. That's just the poster for a detective holoreel. I'm not ready to like boys yet. I'm only 13.
Oh man, I love the conversation so far. There's a lot though. Oh my gosh. Plays next week. Let's see. I already forgot what. I want to call her Gwyneth. I know that's not her name.
Next week, right? Are you excited
It'll
for
pop
all
up.
your method acting to finally pay off?
We Fluffbats have a
Gina.
great appreciation for the arts. I am happy to take part in the play and make my clan proud by representing our warrior hearts.
What's going to happen to your Fluffbat persona once the play is over?
I am a true bat at heart. I don't know what you mean by persona.
In another play she was in, she was cast as a janitor, and she cleaned the whole cafeteria.
Oh,
And when she was
man.
cast as a tree, she stayed outside and photosynthesized for hours. She's completely dedicated to the bit.
Oh my gosh. Actually, you know, from like some of the trailers and stuff, I thought for some reason that she was like an actual bat creature, and it does look like there are actual bat creatures, and I guess if there was a war between these guys and the like northern fiefdom, whatever the name was, because I already forgot, that makes sense that there might not be any bats or anything like that in this school, but this is kind of funny. Part of me is a little disappointed that she's not an actual bat.
Reading the Warrior Bat series.
Ears are moving like it though.
Over.
What? Aren't there like 50 books in the series?
Yes.
It's important
So
for me
many.
to know every detail for my Fluffbat cultural studies.
Gina, you do know those aren't accurate to real
Mhm.
Fluffbats, right? It's a fantasy fiction series.
Mm-hmm.
Have you read them? Have you studied anything about Fluffbat behavior or history?
Well, no.
Then don't tell me what I do or do not know about my own species. Thank you.
So huffed. Good luck. Okay. There's this cute. Oh, you're such a cute little. You just read, and I love the book sprites. They look so interesting. Let's see. Let's just inspect everybody and go around and inspect the room, and then I guess we'll
That's
talk.
Deacon Vespia.
Mm-hmm.
He's good friends with Lydia, Gina, and I. His dad is a pastor in town, which means he's a bit too much of a moralist for my taste. But he's got a sharp tongue at times. He fixed up the old treehouse we use as a clubhouse.
I'll talk to you in a moment. Can't leave. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Inspect. There's a gap in the signal blocker crystal's field here. I can tune into the news station. I wonder what's on. What channel do I want? How high does it go? Yo, what? Ooh, 13. Only static. I guess I can try different ones there. I'm assuming that's gonna be part of the puzzle. I thought there was something else I could inspect. Wait. Is it just... Gosh darn it. Okay, well, let's go around. Already inspected. We'll inspect
That's Marisol Aker.
Love
She's
her.
a member of the Historical Reenactment Club. She insists that she's a secret heir to the throne, descended from a long-lost royal ancestor. She's also really into true crime and horror stories. Once, she was taken to the counselor for the amount of books she checked out on concerning subjects. Soul's never hurt anybody, though. She's a good kid.
I love her design so much, and you know what? If you want to be a princess, you want to be a royal, you are in your heart, probably. Maybe not systematically, but like, you know, maybe, oh, societally? Societally. So, maybe. You're fine. Anyway, waves can really pack a wallop. Ooh, wait. Can I inspect it? If I like look really carefully at it, can I inspect it? No, I think it's just the other inspect. Let's just read it. Careful where you aim your sights or you'll shoot someone's favorite eye out. I like how they have favorite eyes. Inspect. Old battle tactics board. Oh, I can move them. Oh, I can move them. Huh? What do you mean, hint? Is this gonna be part of the puzzle? Okay. Yeah, because I don't know. I don't know anything about this, and I have a hint, and I don't know. I think we're gonna have to do the puzzle bit, but maybe I should talk to everybody here. Let's just, yeah, retain the, I didn't know it was a puzzle. I've just been inspecting. Ooh, hi. Display of a Raranok skull. Secrets can kill, kiddos. Keep your trap shut about sensitive topics over the waves. The bats could always be listening. Oh. It's very aggressive. Oh, crystals! Shiny!
These are crystals, whose vibrations prevent anyone in the classroom from using telepathy. To prevent cheating, I gather. I heard that one time, an upperclassman secretly switched them out for fakes before a big test.
Interesting.
Northberg's crest. Some students' parents complained about this being hung in the classroom, saying it was disrespectful to the men who fought against Northberg. But Headmaster Claiborne, who was one of those very men, told them it was fine for educational purposes. He's an old stick in the mud, but at least he can stand up to the PTA parents.
I respect that.
The crest of the royal family of Corveth, our current king, is the big boss of all Corveth's fiefdoms. Supposedly, he's an unbiased ruler, but after the war, he seems to be more favorable to Drakenspire. Good for us, I guess.
What's this last one?
The crest of the Noiramore family. They died off with the passing of Headmaster Noiramore 20 years ago. They say she was going insane before her death, that she thought the Onyx War would be the end of the world. She was deposed as headmaster before her mysterious passing. Wonderfully spooky stuff.
Dun dun dun. Interesting. Probably telling the truth. What's this?
A Corvinstone crystal tree. They say that every king or queen is buried under one once they croak. I wonder if a royal is buried under this tree. The king of class clowns, perhaps.
That kind of sounds like it would be you, Judith. Considering what I know of you. Anything else I can inspect? I've looked at pretty much everything. We'll do the math in a moment. I think it's about... Oh, whoa, whoa. Hi. Oh, I could just switch it around. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that looks almost like a wand. Oh, I wonder if that's... Is that her horn? I'll inspect.
Mrs. Grinsby.
She's staring so
our
close.
History teacher. Bit of an odd duck, that one. She says that about 15 years ago, she was attacked and her horn was snapped off. Now, she uses a wand to channel her waves, but wands aren't the most reliable. She's a nervous wreck of a person. Almost makes me feel sorry for her.
She's reading that book just standing there. Why wouldn't you at least sit down? Let's inspect these guys.
Nicholas Strumps and Becky Landerhoof. They and I aren't on the best of terms. Becky leads the school's historical reenactment club. She's a real stickler for accuracy, to an obnoxious degree. Nicholas is her boyfriend. He's a nerd about naval history and sea battles and the like. Becky hasn't talked to me in a while. Probably because of what I did at the reenactment. But I only did it because she needed to be taken down a peg. She should have thought of it as a favor, really.
And what did you do? What did you do? Alright, let's go ahead. We've inspected. Let's go talk to everybody and kind of... Inspect? Wait, no, I already inspected that. Oh, I could talk to and inspect you too. Okay. Alright, I forgot that she was still sitting down. What's up?
Lydia Cabrera. Artist and big-time sports fan. She mostly likes paint, but I've seen her make art pieces out of anything she can get her hands on. Both she and I don't get along with the teachers too well, but she has the advantage of being an artist. After all, It's hard to stay too mad at the girl who will draw the school holiday card designs for free. I've known her since last year.
Okay. Well, we've talked to just... Well, we've inspected just about everything. Oh!
Good old number 2.
Good old number 2. Okay. Yeah, I think that's about it. Okay. We've taken a lot of time. Let's talk to everybody.
AJ, what's the damage?
Banned from film club for a while.
Bummer. We just got a copy of Murder in the Depths, too.
You did?
Yep. Hopefully they won't return it to town before you see it.
Almost makes me regret being such a delinquent.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Carving chalk. Wanna help me?
Why would I do that?
I want to make a whole set of carved chalk to give to David below me on the lake ball team. I think he'd, think it's neat or something.
Lydia,
Ooh.
David is like 4 years older than you.
Which won't be a problem when he's a famous lake ball star in his mid-20s. Might as well make sure he knows my name before he gets famous and all. So, are you gonna help me or not? I'd do it myself, but he's leaving for a game in a few hours, and I want to give it to him before then.
I want help.
I don't really want to get my gloves dirty. Can you give me a lunch token in exchange?
Ugh, sure. Come on.
Yeah, let's do it.
Fine.
Although I
Right,
will
here's
say...
your knife. Just try to match the 3 I've already made, okay? Chip off the sides.
Judith makes a very good point. Chip off the sides. So... Okay. Oh gosh, I didn't move for a second. Okay. This isn't... Come on, come on. This is not what I thought it was gonna be. How many do I do? How many of these do I have to do? Match. Look at, you're an artist. 100%. Finish chalk. Can I enter? Oh, gosh, that beep. I did not appreciate that beep. I did not appreciate that. Thank you very much. That was a loud sound. Okay. So we're doing some interesting things. I'm not quite sure. Is this for like a... So you can just go right through it. We're restarting. Oh, okay. I know I haven't really done much beyond just kind of like inspecting, immersing myself in lore. Please get rid of that beep. Get rid of that beep. Do something else. Because that is ear piercing and I really don't like it. Please. Come here. Oh, gosh darn it. Ugh. We'll be back once I get it done correctly. Stop the beep. Beep. Ah! No! I just gotta get a green. I just gotta get it. You know what? I just gotta get a green. Right? That's fine. Oh god, stop with the beep. Stop it. We're fine. Restarting that chalk. Me being impatient. It's okay. Not every piece has to look exactly the same. You know? Not every piece has to look exactly the same. And we did pretty darn good. fine. That's fine. That's fine.
These look fine.
Fine?
Yeah, here's a lunch token for your time. Treat yourself.
Thanks.
Thank you. Although, there was more that I wanted to talk to you about. Have you finished your paper?
Have you finished your paper?
No, I'm a visual artist. Words bore me.
Do you want some help or something?
It'll all go over my horns anyway. Don't bother. I'll listen to a recording or something about the war later.
Has Mr. Cabrera caught you yet?
For what?
Turning your library book into a shadow box of that sports star guy?
Ooh.
His protective cousin instincts will outweigh his librarian need to send me to detention.
Somehow I doubt that.
Have you been caught for taking one of the automaton's personality cores?
Its voice was really annoying, okay?
Alright. Hi.
Judith, hey, have you finished the paper yet?
Naturally.
Ha! Well, I'm just a tad worried about getting it done on time. Especially because I'm just not getting it. Mrs. Grimsby's teaching style is, well...
Atrocious.
I was going to choose a kinder word, like peculiar?
That's the meanest thing I've ever heard coming out of your mouth.
He's a good lad.
Well,
He's a
it's
good
hard
lad.
for her to teach about a war when she gets queasy over just mentioning death or blood. She's definitely skipping out on some important stuff. Can you summarize the cause of the war a bit more clearly for me?
Sure. Might take me a couple minutes.
Alright. Don't tell me I never did anything for you.
She looks so
The
smug.
fiefdoms of Northberg and Drakenspire have been at odds for hundreds of years.
Oh.
Ever since they were first established by brothers with bad blood between them. Our fiefdom of Drakenspire was known for the production of excellent resonetic augmentation rings. This was due to the high-quality ore mined from our territory in the Inked Wastes. These rings rose our standing with the king, drawing the jealousy of Northberg. 25 years ago, however, many rings were found to be dangerously faulty, to the point that some who used them lost their resonetic talents
There's a
altogether.
typo.
A misinformation campaign was launched that said it was due to Baron Leoric of Drakenspire pursuing cheaper mining in areas with ore tainted by the Surge. Royal investigations were launched. In the meantime, Baron Neirath of Northberg offered to sell his own rings and provide medical assistance to the affected fiefdoms. The king began to favour Neirath and granted him the rights to mine in the Inked Wastes. Soon, however, the king's spies revealed the truth. A double agent, supposedly working for Drakenspire, had manipulated documents to direct miners to the tainted areas, making it look like Baron Leoric had ordered it. Once the truth was revealed, tensions between the fiefdoms skyrocketed. Leoric, furious, mobilized his troops and marched upon the Inked Wastes, intent on taking his mines back. Neirath sent out troops in response, declaring that he still had legal rights to the land. A battle began. The initial conflict was very bloody, very quickly,
Oh no.
since Drakenspire's citizenry were incensed at Neirath's actions. The fervour of combat led to some of the Northberg miners to be killed in the fray. Since they were civilians, Northberg's soldiers fought back with a similar anger. Meanwhile, the king was mad with Leoric for engaging Neirath since the investigation was not closed, and he'd bypassed royal authority by sending out troops. As such, the king did not take sides, leading the fiefdoms to engage in combat exclusively with the other, as other fiefdoms were not permitted to become involved. The war lasted for 4 years and was fought almost entirely in the Inked Wastes. The area was already known for its strange, twisted evils, horrid beasts and the infection of the Surge on the land, brutal bloodshed, and new types of resonetic weaponry only twisted the place further.
I wanna see.
One can only be glad we were born after it was all over, eh?
Huh. I think I'm getting it a bit more now. Thanks, Judith.
You're welcome.
No problem.
I wanted
You
more.
mentioned resonetic weapons affecting the land. Did those help or hurt the surge? Oh, and what happened to Lord Neirath after the war?
This whole unit is going to be about the war. You'll learn that stuff soon enough. And if you don't get it, I'll drill it into your skull, knucklehead.
Ha ha. Thanks.
Let's see. Any plans for the treehouse?
Any plans for the treehouse?
Yeah, I've got a few sketches I'm working on. I don't know how I'm going to get enough wood or nails to finish my plans though.
We could take apart the door on Glitter's stable. Or we could dig up her grave and use the coffin. She's an animal made out of stone. She doesn't really need a coffin anyway.
Judith.
Judith.
All right.
Thank you, Deacon.
If I come across any, I'll make sure not to tell you where I sourced it from.
He looks so done with her, and I'm sitting there as like, Deacon's right. Don't mess with the poor little animal's grave. Don't do
What
it.
are you doing?
Sketching the window. I've always liked it. I want to build stained glass windows in my church one day.
Your church? Don't you mean your dad's church?
I used to want to take over for my dad, but now I've been thinking of building a church of my own once I go through seminary college.
Already got your life planned out for yourself, huh? You're only 13, Deacon. Lighten up a little.
Let
Don't
him
you have any
dream.
dreams for yourself when you're older? You're not going to be exploring the school and frustrating the teachers forever.
I mean, technically, I could keep doing both of those things if I became a teacher myself.
You? Dreaming to be a teacher? Doubtful.
You got me. Though, I'd say my current hobbies would lead to a mean career in detective work, no?
That sounds more like you. Detective Hovern has a nice ring to it.
Yes.
I can already imagine it. Printed on the frosted glass door of my one-room office in the city that never sleeps.
I do love that. I love that for you very much. There is a lot of time. Okay, I kind of want to solve the puzzle. If I'm being, I'm a little like there is so much to do just in this one room, and we technically haven't even solved one puzzle. And oh my gosh, why me have so much? I'll inspect, sure. Oh, that is a little blurry. Used to acquire meals. Good old number 2 pencil. Alright. So the number of cave hounds times the number of windows plus the number of student desks. So let's see. Boop. 4 times 3 is 12. You put the 2 down, bring the 1 up. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. We'll go with that. Plus 30. Oh, that's 82, right? That makes sense. We'll go with that. Maybe my math is wrong. Who knows? Beep ba boodle doo. Hi.
Before I ask them, I should figure out what page
I've
number
got
on
it
the
figured
tutorial-
out. It's 82. Can I just type it? It would be so much easier to just type it. I hope it's 82. I'm gonna feel a little silly if it wasn't.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Hello, little guy. I need to find a pre-war history textbook. Maybe from around the 2190s?
You made a little zoop zoop. Made a little zoop zoop.
Thanks.
I love you.
Without further ado... Huh. Interesting. A battle that took place way before the Onyx War, but it still involved Drakenspire and Northburg.
Okay, we're gonna inspect. Let's inspect. Let's see. We got a brand new book. Wanna take a look? Uh-huh. What? But I didn't even really get to take... Can I can zoom in, zoom out, look. Hi. So I guess I'm not really gonna get a chance to look yet. But we do have to come back over here. So, inspect.
This has got to be related to the textbook. But this scene shows a different battle. Though, looking closer at the paint, it seems like this table has been used for years and was painted over whenever a new scene was needed. Platoon... company? I don't know how many soldiers those are. Maybe I'll have to ask someone for help.
Talk with characters, get new information, and items can use for clues. Okay, battle board. And if I do the hint, it's gonna show me like where the random X's should be. Can I move this? So I can move where the base is. Oh, that's not in a thing at all. Oh, made a little point. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and exit. Yes, the positions will be retained. It's because I'm gonna talk to more people now.
Lady Judith! Greetings!
Hello, Sol.
Might I ask if the film club will have the honor of your presence today? We are watching Murder in the Depths, a delightful horror reel that combines Fellmorian and Noivesse directing technique. Additionally, I heard tell that real skeletons were used to depict the bodies of the murder victims.
You're way too happy about that.
Please refrain from informing any school staff of this fact. I do not wish to get into detention again for my interests.
I'm sorry, I just got into trouble with the headmaster. Can't join in film club for a while.
Oh, really? I'm simply crestfallen to hear such a thing. I do hope you may join us soon. A new batch of my skull-shaped cookies will be awaiting your arrival.
Deathly delicious, as you always say.
You make me want to make shaped cookies.
Indeed, I do.
I have so many. Marisol, you're the cutest! I love her design so much. It's so sparkly. Maybe it's because she's got the crown. It's just, I really like it. I really like it. Why were you in detention?
You mentioned getting into detention at one point. What was that for?
Have I not told you of that incident? Ah, yes. This was from before we knew one another, I believe. In the library's radio room, I and several other students had met up to share our favorite radio shows. I turned the channel to my personal pick. As it went on, a few of the students seemed to become quite frightened. The librarian came in to check on us, and when he heard what we were listening to, well, he immediately took me to the headmaster's office. Unfortunately, I was banned from turning the channel ever again.
What exactly did you have them listen to?
A series detailing the stories of serial killers. A tad graphic, I must admit, but also rife with educational content.
Educational content. It makes me think of like those of us who watch true crime podcasts. I guess that's essentially their version of it. You know, I mean, admittedly, I am kind of like, maybe not specifically in true crime as much, but I love horror, so I kind of get where she's coming from. What are you reading?
What are you reading there?
An autopsy report, that's all.
Autopsy? Of who?
Baroness Belladonna Lattimore, a death from 30 years ago that many would consider suspicious. I'm continuing my studies of famous deaths in order to increase my likelihood of becoming a forensic pathologist someday. That is my backup career plan, if my status as a true princess is never officially acknowledged anyway.
So you're trying to solve a cold case. Have you gotten any leads?
Some things I find unusual, yes, but nothing that hasn't been already noted by famous doctors. Besides, my specialty is in cadaver forensics. I'll need a detective's mind to piece together the entire mystery. Perhaps you might assist me in that sometime soon, Judith, since you're so good at mysteries and all.
That does sound like a good bit of fun. I'll keep that in mind.
Historical Reenactment Club?
What's going on with the reenactment club? Becky still won't talk to me.
Oh, are you planning on rejoining? Because To be entirely honest, Lady Judith, I do not believe you will be allowed.
I'm just curious about what you're all up to.
I see. Well, our next grand reenactment is happening in a few days' time. It will be one of our biggest yet, covering the land and sea battle of Westlane on the 25th anniversary of the Onyx War's beginning.
Oh yeah, Grimsby mentioned that. And I think she said that non-club students are encouraged to join, since it's so big and educational or something. I know I can't become a club member, but I could probably help out a bit in this one, right?
Lady Judith, you know that I cannot approve you or not. You would have to talk with Becky. Have you apologized to her yet?
No. Why should I have to? She was the one who started everything.
Dun, dun, dun.
Are you sure her slights against you were reality rather than simply perceived?
I know what I saw. I can read people.
Not all books are of the same language. Other languages exist, and one person cannot know all of them.
I love you,
As a
Marisol.
person who holds precious friendships with the both of you, this continued feud hurts my heart. Pray, consider taking the first step to end it.
Marisol is very wise. You better listen to her, Judith. I don't know what you did, and I don't know if Becky deserved it or not. But the point is, grow up. Well, you're only 13. Point is, take this as a lesson. Move forward just a little bit. Let's talk to you. Hi.
Oh, Miss Hovern, is your paper done? You're scampering about as if it were?
Yes, miss. I put it on your desk yesterday.
Oh, yes, of course. Carry on. Unless you have any questions about future assignments.
I have... Oh my gosh. Yes, here we go. What's a platoon?
Do you know how many soldiers are in a platoon? Or a company?
I'm afraid that's not the kind of thing I know off the top of my head. I can look that up tonight and tell you tomorrow.
Nah, don't bother.
Oh,
All right then.
that was kind
Go
of
back
mean.
to work, please.
That was kind of mean. Wait. Is the romance book on your desk part of the curriculum? Is it part of the
Is
curriculum?
that romance book on your desk part of the curriculum?
No. Just a little something to read during lunch. Completely school appropriate, I assure you. Teachers need a bit of downtime entertainment too, child. No need to be nosy.
Ah, but curiosity is my speciality, miss. Is that not the foundation of learning?
No need to be disingenuous, which, coincidentally, is also a speciality of yours. You and I both know you're smart enough to tell the difference between nosy and curious.
You flatter me, miss.
You're exhausting her. Okay. We'll ask this last.
So, I guess we're in the Onyx War unit now, huh? How long will we be studying it?
Till the end of the semester. It's an incredibly important part of our recent history that affected many aspects of our current day lives and politics. You have a good head for these topics, so I trust you will do well with it. And, please, do not include any battlefield photos in your presentations again. You know, I haven't the stomach for it.
What happened to you?
Of course, miss. I may not be able to get away with it anymore, but other students will be doing that now. She pays less attention to the actual quality of the presentation, since she's too distracted by her disgust. And after all, she can't very well dock points for accurate visual reporting, or historical fact.
Did I see you carrying a net yesterday?
By the way, miss, I thought thought I saw you carrying a big net near the stables yesterday. What was that about?
That
Very
couldn't
startled.
have been me, Judith. Why would I have a net?
Sus.
That's
Suspicious.
what I was wondering. Hence why I asked you.
Oh, no. Wasn't me.
She didn't believe that for a second, and I don't either. I'm done. Done talking to you. Now I guess I gotta go talk to these two possible troublemakers. I'll talk to Becky first.
Becky. Nicholas.
What do you want?
Nothing. Can't a friend just greet a friend without coming across as needy?
Mm-hmm.
Huh, friend. Right. Leave us alone.
Fine.
Nicholas, I need to ask you something about the military.
Huh. Becky, did you hear something? You know, I am feeling pretty darn hungry today. Maybe, just maybe, if I had an extra lunch token, my ears would clear up.
Go to inventory, scroll wheel. Oh, I see. What did you do, Judith? Why? Judith, what'd you do, girl? I would like to equip and give you the item.
Here's a lunch token. Now spill your guts, war geek.
Bribing me, I see. Fine. What's your question?
I need to know how many soldiers are in a patrol, a platoon, and a company.
Basic question. Hardly worth a lunch token. But I'll take it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
In Drakenspire, the average is 20 men per patrol, 40 men per platoon, and 140 per company.
Guess the reenactment club
Please
can
tell me you took
teach useful
notes.
things sometimes.
Rich. Real rich. Buzz off.
Oh, it wrote it down. Good. I'm still gonna write it down myself. So if I try to talk to you again.
Leave us alone.
Fine.
Nicholas, I need to talk to Becky.
Why should she help you with anything?
I don't need help. This is Virginia, not me. She accidentally tore a hole in the dress over there, and I'm gonna stitch it for her, but I don't know how to do those fancy old ones. Again, this isn't me, it's Virginia. You know she's too shy to ask people outside her clan.
Yeah, that's true. Becky?
For Gina. Here. I studied that dress a while ago. What seam was torn?
Look like the part with the lace at the bottom.
Easy enough fix as long as the lace wasn't too frayed. Use the stitch in this book on page 27. Give Gina my regards.
Don't even choose scroll wheel. Okay. To use the item with something or give it to someone. Ooh, okay. So that does make me think that they're a little bit less uptight than I initially perceived, because I thought these were going to be kind of like the two, I guess, like the Mean Girls kind of vibing characters, but not really. It just seems like they're very passionate. Like, she's very passionate about history. Maybe just a little uptight, and, you know, he's also very passionate about history and, like, war and stuff. And perhaps Judith, because admittedly, Judith, I mean, she's really smart, but she's also a little bit, like, she's sitting on a high horse, if that makes any sense. Just a little bit. She does kind of give that vibe. She's very full of herself. So I am wondering, perhaps, what she might have done. Are these my footprints? What? Yeah, come on. Can I inspect these? Are these mine? There's that inspect. Okay. I wonder what channel. Let's try channel 1. Only static. Probably gonna get an answer there at some point. Talk to, inspect. Let's go ahead and bring out our inventory. the sewing book. We'll equip this. Do I give the item? Okay, so I guess I have to maybe give you these.
Gina, look what I've
Okay.
got.
Nightclaw Judith, what is it?
I've got a guide on how to make that stitch to repair the dress, and a needle and thread.
By the great bat's wings! Thank you. Can you help me repair it? I'm afraid my claws would only tear it more.
Sure. Watch this.
What? Oh no! Oh no. Okay. Use your mouse to make your needle follow the sewing pattern steps. Click to make a stitch. I am scared. We'll try our best. Okay. So I think I have to... Do I start from... So, oh gosh. So it looks like I go to here. Then I go to, oh gosh, this moves around a lot. Okay. Where's 4? 4 goes back this way. Then 5 goes to this. And then... Okay, so I'm assuming I just... Is it just that I'll repeat then? Oh gosh, it really wiggles. It wiggles. It wiggles. Stop wiggling it so much. Ugh. If you sew and you're watching this, is this like at all anything like a real stitch? Or it wiggles so much that it hurts? Cool.
There you go, all repaired.
I did it!
Grimsby shouldn't know the difference.
Woo!
Thank you once again for your help, Nightclaw Judith. May the great bat, leader of our clan, bless you this day. And may your catch of earnings always be juicy. Here, take a lunch coin.
Thanks, Gina.
Yay! I got more lunch. Woo! Okay, so we know that 20 people for the platoon. Let's see if we can talk to you. Is there anything new?
Judith?
Okay, nothing new here. So let's go ahead and inspect this, because it should tell, we'll read what, inspect. Okay. There were 2 Northbergian patrols to the far west, 1 patrol to the east of the northern canyon. Their base, which had 3 barracks, was on the river of the peninsula. A company resided there. 1 platoon guarded the beach just to the northeast. Okay, see, now you're throwing directions in my way. Okay, let's start with I don't think you understand. I am directionally challenged. Directionally challenged. Okay, so let's move you. 3 barracks was on the river peninsula. Are they inversed? Are they inversed? Look, you have to... River peninsula, I don't... Is this the river peninsula? You don't understand. I'm so bad at directions. Can I have an indicator? Can I have an indicator of what's east, what's west, what's whatever? I think... Is east left? Is west right? Or is it inverse? It's inverse, isn't it? Is it inverse? To the east of the northern canyon. So, is it perhaps like... Let's say if I... Is it facing this way, like up and down? Or am I going this way in terms of left and right? You know what I mean? Do you kind of get what I'm talking about? I'm going to assume that it's actually this way. I'm going to assume, and we'll put this over here perhaps, because it looks like we have this. Yeah, and I'm using the hints. So, because I'm going to assume that this is considered, gosh, what was it? left. I'm gonna assume that that's considered our left. Okay, that this is considered our left, and this is considered our right. So they're to the right of of Jasper Canyon and to the left. So we're gonna put them there. Their base, which had 3 barracks, was on the River Peninsula. I might need to move it into the water just a little bit more, but it looks like it's fully in the square, so I'm assuming we're okay. They had a company, 1 platoon guarded the beach just to the northeast. So if I keep doing this, the platoon might actually be up here. Just to the northeast. So we're gonna move them over here. And yeah, I'm using the hint because... Okay. I'm assuming that's our platoon. I think this is a little more accurate. As for Dragonspire, there was a company in the far northeast, which means up here maybe. 1, 2... Yeah, that's exactly how many spots we need for a company. So we're gonna fill this out over here. They're in the far northeast. Yes, I will say, please add some sort of directional indication, because even like looking it up, and yes, maybe I probably should know a little bit better about east or whatever, but from the layout of the map, it's also just a little bit hard for me to tell what direction the map is supposed to be facing in terms of like is it this way, which is the way I'm going with, which is the way I think we're supposed to be doing, which is, you know, left for west, right for east, up, down, you know, kind of like that. Or is it, you know, is this right? Is this left? And so on. It's, please have something to make that just a tad more clear. Is that not right? I think I'm wrong somehow. Perhaps I need to inverse this. Let's just... No? But they're the... Just to the northeast, right? Just to the northeast. Isn't this just to the northeast? Or is north down and south up? Isn't it normally inverse? Like, normally up would be north? So I'm assuming, like, just to the... Do I have to do it in a particular shape, or... Okay, that's it. That's it. I'm looking up a guide. Okay. So... I was originally very, very close, and it looks like I might have misplaced everything by 1 or 2 pieces from the looks of it, which is very, very frustrating. So very close. Like, if I keep doing the hints, I think that's what it's supposed to be. I was correct about this. I don't know necessarily, like, how specifically ordered it has to be. Come here. Come here, come here. Because it's a company, and then it was like 1 platoon. Let me see. Let's see. Okay, wait a minute. So, a company in the far northeast, not in the river. There was a platoon and a base. 3 platoons. Okay, so this is... These are 3 platoons. Why is this not... counting? Okay, I'll try to match what I saw. Okay.
There we go.
Gemstones. Oh, a second one. The creation of Noiramore Academy started as a twinkle in Catherine Noiramore's eye. Okay.
I'll have to get up there to investigate. But Grinsby will object if she sees me. Maybe I can get someone to distract her.
Maybe you can. Oh, I have the gemstones too. Who do I get? Ooh. Perhaps you?
Nightclaw Judith, how might I assist?
Distract Grinsby.
Gina, can you do something for me? I need you to talk with Grinsby for a bit. Distract her, so I can do something.
Of course, Nightclaw Judith. A clan always helps their own. I'll do it right now.
Thanks, Gina. So I do... Let me see. You can reach higher places by holding down the E and aiming your final position much... Blah, blah, blah. E to exit high jump mode. Oh, that's another thing. Oh, it didn't work for me before. The indicator will glow green if you can jump and red if something is stopping you. Okay. I hit the arrow buttons before and they didn't work for me. How odd. So if I do E... Where is she? Okay. Why can't I jump on the... Okay, let's try to do that again. Inspect.
Lady Noiramore, the woman who founded the school. Her family remained the headmasters for 500 years until the Onyx War. There's a hole where her pupil is.
Mm-hmm. Oh?
Cracked it. What's this?
More stones. The gems belong to... Oh, let's zoom in. The gems belong to the leader of the pack. His collar must match the procession of the hunt. Okay. Each copy. A strange set of gems.
So I need to put these gems somewhere.
But where indeed? Let's see. The leader of the hunt. The procession of it. Oh, they're completely set. Hi, Boogie Sprite! I love you. You're so cute. Y'all are so precious. Bestest. Okay, where would I put the gems? Ah! Aha! Oh, I get it. So the procession of the hunt. So you got red, green, blue, red, green, blue, purple, green, red, right? So, oh, okay. I have to bring the items out. Gems. I would like to equip these. I would like to give the item. Okay, use the arrow keys, select them with space. Thank God it's the arrow keys. Gotcha. Green. Red. I believe it's purple here, then blue. Here we go. Thank you. Then red. Then green. Is that right? Is that not right? Is that not right? But that's... I'm a little confused here. Can I inspect it?
A very old tapestry depicting a lord and his hunting party. It must have been some kind of status symbol, since they're hunting a Rathslodon. Those things can rend your flesh asunder before you even have the chance to soil your royal trousers.
Okay. Is it the inverse order, perhaps? Maybe I'm just short-circuiting. Hang on. Let's try inversing the green and the red. Okay. Because maybe I'm misremembering, or... I'm probably misremembering. No? Oh no, it is red-green. But it didn't count it. Why was I doing green-red? That is on me. So red, green, blue, purple, green, red. That should be the match, right? Red, green, blue. Okay, we'll try it again. Yes, I understand. Maybe I have to put it in the order. So let's do it in the order that we saw. Red, green, blue, purple, green, red. Enter. I don't really... Maybe trying that inverse? Oh! What? But I did that, didn't I?
Just like the tapestry.
But that wasn't just like the tapestry. That's fine. Let's see. Hey, Jake, I'm glad you finally were able to solve one of my puzzles. I put a lot of effort into this one. I made that collar myself and managed to ship it on the statue just before our new history... Oh, slip it on the statue just before our new history teacher arrived. Anyway, I think this is the last puzzle I'll get to make before graduation. It's been a fine few years growing up in this school, and I'm real glad I got to spend them with you, my best bud. Since you won't be getting out of this joint until next year, I hope you'll use that time to finally solve some of my other puzzles too. Anyway, here's what I found. It's some kind of blueprint of a door that leads to a secret passage. I haven't figured out how to open the door just yet, was too busy finishing this puzzle before graduation, but it's probably got to do with this glass pattern on it. I look forward to hearing all about what's behind it when I next see you. Okay.
Seabrook will probably want to see this. A bit pathetic he wasn't able to solve this puzzle, really.
Look, not...
King above. Now this is interesting.
In his defense, I also had a lot of difficulty. Not everybody's built for puzzles. I'm here for lore, not puzzles. Can I zoom in? Oh, this is the passageway door. Okay.
Considering how old this parchment looks, there could be something incredible behind this door. I've got to find it as soon as I can.
Calling all students to the entry hall, all students to the entry hall. A new teacher is arriving to the school. Please line up in formation flanking the entry doors, and let us give him a warm Noiramore welcome.
Ah, and here he is. Come now, children, follow me. 2 straight lines.
Poor thing. Whoa.
Noiramore Academy guides our students to commit to their studies and, most importantly, behave in a manner befitting the reputation of our beloved institution.
Sneaking around at night, lying to
All right,
teachers,
there's the demo.
extorting staff. Is that really what you're up to now?
He set up some kind of secret puzzle in the history classroom years ago, and Seabrook never figured it out. Let's see if I can.
I barely figured it out. Alrighty, well, that was the demo. It was honestly pretty enjoyable. I did mostly, again, just really like the lore and the characters and the world, which, coming from me, that's generally what I look for in games anyway, because I'm not really the biggest puzzle person, even though I do like some puzzles, and some are fun to figure out. Like, for the most part, the puzzles in this weren't actually too complicated, and they were fairly good about hinting and giving direction. There were a couple that I had some issues with. Like, for example, I would have loved if there was any hint anywhere in the game about, like, just, like, maybe even a compass hanging on a wall or something, or just some sort of poster with the sign, like the WN, E, and S for, you know, west, north, east, and south, just somewhere, because I am directionally challenged, and it would have helped me quite a bit, and there was just nothing there to be found, and I ended up having to go outside of the game to Google it, which, you know, I'm not always against going and searching up a guide if you're having trouble with a particular puzzle in a game. I gave it a very solid shot, and I actually ended up, as I mentioned earlier, only being off by like a couple of pieces, which really is not an issue. I did pretty good there. But that's really like my main critique. Oh, and the other puzzle that I don't know if they meant to do this. Did I mention it already? I think I might have mentioned the collar already. I think I already mentioned the collar, how it wasn't actually, yeah, how it didn't actually follow the process of the hunt. But yeah, I think ultimately that this is a very good demo. I really like the art style quite a bit. I love that it's all like grayscale with just pops of color. For some odd reason, it almost makes the rest of the game feel so much more colorful without it like, it's just a very interesting look, and I think it's really cool. And I like the creatures. I like how their world is set up. I think it's really interesting, and I just can't wait to know more. They actually, at the time of editing this, they are fully funded, and they're working towards some stretch goals in their very last like little bit. So if you guys are interested, I'll still link the Kickstarter, but we're actually gonna get the game. They got funded. So yeah, it's awesome. I'm excited. We did good. Well, they did good. We also did, for the most part, pretty good here. I only had to look up a guide once and figure out everything else on my own. Everything. Which, to be fair, I don't really think, like, as puzzles go, that they were too complicated. Really, it was just the battle puzzle. And I think I would have gotten it if I had just had that one little indicator to help me know, okay, this is for sure. Yeah. I probably would have gotten it on my own if I had given myself just a little bit more time. But sometimes when you're recording and you feel like you got a bit of a time crunch, you know. But that's a me issue. That's not necessarily a game issue. So, the time crunchy thing, I mean. Anyway, I've rambled quite a bit. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a very long one, but I just wanted to do the demo in one playthrough and just kind of like let the video be however long it was going to be. But, you know, I think it turned out okay. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Want to thank you all for watching, but I gotta be popping out of here. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.